So we are recording. So I don't know how many of you we even told what the topic of tonight's call is. The topic of tonight's call is staying strong when times get tough. And if you guys haven't experienced things getting tough, awesome. That's wonderful. And I hope that they never do. But the reality of the situation is you're probably going to run into months where it is tough, where you're getting a lot of no's. This month was really tough for me. Some of you know I was really, really sick at the beginning of the month. And I wasn't feeling well enough to even like do a power hour until almost the middle of the month. And I remember very vividly laying in bed, feeling like crap, and having, not like a full panic attack, like that's probably a little over dramatic, but my heart racing and me realizing I'm not going to be able to get any rest right now because Success Club popped into my head. And I'm like, geez, it's already almost the middle of the month and I haven't done anything. I haven't contacted anyone yet. I'm not sending messages. And it really got to me. It really bothered me. It impeded my ability to get better because I couldn't rest. I was really stressing about it. So I think one big thing to bear in mind when you're having a bad month is your mindset. And I told myself that day as I was kind of like panicking that I'm going to hit Success Club this month. That is a non-negotiable. I've made that promise to myself. I made that promise to myself a long time ago. We'll hit Success Club, come hell or high water. But it means I'm going to have to get to work. So when you're having a crappy month and you're doing everything that you know to do, the biggest piece of advice I can give you is to do more. There's people out there that need your help. You have to find them. And sometimes that means messaging 5 to 10 extra people a day and keeping that mindset that I am going to be successful this month, period. Not I'm going to be successful this month if these people come through, or I'm going to be successful this month if ... Just I'm going to be successful this month. And I really want to hit Success Club 10 this month. I'm sure you guys saw the announcement about how the future Success Club trips are going to be run. It is no longer a crap shot where if you get to register in time, you can go, which is how it's been every other year. And it's how it will be for 2017 because the registration already happened for 2017. Please get on the wait list if you haven't. But from now on, so from 2018 on, Success Club trips are going to be based solely on your ability to hit Success Club every month, which is awesome. That's how it should be. It should be rewarding the coaches that are busting their butts and hitting Success Club. And so for the months of April and May, Beachbody is doubling Success Club points for the trip. So if you hit Success Club 10, only if you hit 10 and up will they do that. So I'm still really pushing for Success Club 10. You know, we still have a couple more days to do it. I promised myself I would hit Success Club 5, and I did by just forcing myself to sit down and do my vital behaviors, forcing myself to add the number of people that I add per day, forcing myself to reach out to at least 10 new people a day, to check in on at least 6 people a day, and to share the business opportunity. This month has not been good for me in terms of building my team, but I think it's still important that I got back into it, and really that's what it's all about. You've just got to force yourself to do those daily vital behaviors that maybe sometimes you just don't want to do. If you don't do them, things are going to slow down. You're not going to be adding people to your network, which means you're not going to have new people to reach out to, which means you're not having new interest in what you're doing. So that is my first tip. Just force yourself to do it. There's no magic pill. There's no easy way to do that. This is something that I say to my challengers sometimes when they talk about how it's really hard to like not have dessert at night or something like that. I tell them this same little nugget, willpower is a muscle. The more you flex it, the stronger it gets. So sometimes you just have to will yourself to do the stuff you don't want to do. The next piece of advice, and this is one you've probably heard Whitney and I say over and over and over, find a success partner. It may not be someone in this group. You can look I'm not suggesting you shouldn't look in Team Commit to Fit. We've also got, of course, Team Just Incredible. If you're looking for a success partner, before I get into that, some of you might be wondering what a success partner is. Whitney and I are success partners. I am not Whitney's coach. Whitney is not my coach. Our success in this business in no way, shape, or form benefits the other person financially in any way. Whitney is someone who we were on the same team. I didn't know her, but I would see her posts a lot, and she was always very motivated and energetic, enthusiastic, full of ideas, full of energy, full of answers. Like, she was somebody that when I would see her post come up, I would be like, that chick has got her shit together. Like, she knows what's up. I'm going to get to that, Jennifer. That's an excellent question. I had a couple success partners that my coach kind of set me up with in the beginning, and it wasn't a good fit. A success partner should be someone whom you can bounce ideas off of. A success partner should be someone who builds you up, who holds you accountable, and you should be doing the same for your success partner. It's not a mentor-mentee relationship. It is a 50-50, we are going to help each other succeed kind of a thing. So that is exactly what Whitney and I do. Once we became success partners, we said to each other, Success Club is no longer negotiable. We will always hit Success Club. And we've brainstormed ideas on like, how are we going to reach more people this month? And we have collaborated on groups. We've collaborated on a lot of things. We share ideas. We share messages. So I had been paired up with some success partners before Whitney, and I felt very much like I was carrying these people. They would be like, well, let's run a group together. Do you have this and that? And just be like, you're not helping me in any way. I'm doing your job for you. It's kind of like when you get like paired up in science class in high school, and like you do all the damn work for the project and the other person gets an A as well. And you're like, well, that's not fair. You want to find a relationship with somebody who challenges you. So I finally just asked Whitney. I was pretty sure she already had a success partner, but I thought it can't hurt to ask. So I sent her a message telling her what I just told you guys, how much I loved her posts and how I felt that we were really similar coaches in terms of our drive and our ambition and our goals. That's what you want to find, someone who matches your enthusiasm for this. So if you've noticed, maybe somebody posting and you're like, I like that person's energy, shoot them a message. If you haven't found anyone, there are a ton of Beachbody coach groups out there. Beachbody Champions is a really good one. There's an off-topic Beachbody coach group. I think there's even a Success Club mixer group out there. So I'll look through my groups, and if I see any, I will post them in our Commit to Fit group. And if you're feeling like a success partner would be something that might really help you stay on track and, maybe help pull you out of a bad month, then I highly suggest finding a success partner. I know that Whitney and I will both attest to the fact that our businesses really did a 180 when we found each other. And I would love to see that for all of you guys, because it's a powerful thing to have. I know that Whitney's not going to let me fall off. She's not going to let me take it easy, and I'm not going to let her either.
The thing is, too, is I want to interrupt real quick.
Go right ahead.
When you messaged me, like Amy said, she thought I had a success partner, and I did, but she didn't know that me and my success partner had fallen off recently. So if she wouldn't have taken the initiative to reach out to me, she would have never known. So that's what I was telling you, Jennifer. Just send a message, and if they don't get back to you, they're not the right person anyways. But if you see somebody that you really think would be a good fit, just send them a message. You know, you've got nothing to lose. So if they think you're crazy, oh well, move on to the next person.
Exactly. And if it's not a great fit, who cares? Go and look for someone else. You know, like I said, Whitney's my third success partner. And it was a completely different experience from day one than either of my other success partners. So don't be afraid to just recognize the fact that maybe this isn't the relationship that I was hoping for. Because this is your business, you know, don't, gosh, how do I put it? Like, don't minimize how important that is because you're afraid to like hurt someone's feelings or something. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like, don't stay in a success partner relationship that isn't benefiting you because you don't want to like say, hey, this isn't really working out. Where I never had to say that to either of my other partners because we barely checked in on each other anyway. So look at that little baby. So cute. Okay, my next one, and this one's going to be kind of obvious, personal development. It's the easiest of our vital behaviors to let slide. You know, as Beachbody coaches, we're all doing our workouts and we're all drinking our Shakeology because it's freaking delicious. It's easy to skip over personal development. And I will say, when I am in a funk, personal development will pull me right out of it. So find a book that speaks to you. You Are a Badass is a great one. If you hit Success Club this month, I will buy it for you if you're my coach. Jennifer Bailey, I owe you a Shakeology canister. I know I said in an earlier video, coaches who hit Success Club or Rank Advanced get prizes from us. So Jennifer Bailey Rank Advanced, and the Rank Advancement gift is a big Shakeology canister to have on your counter. It's got a vacuum seal lid. It's awesome. So yes, You Are a Badass is just, I don't know, it's one of those books that is just, I've read a lot of books. There's something different about that one. Like, it speaks to me, and I can pick that up and read it for 15 or 20 minutes and I feel better. I feel like, hell yeah, I can do this. So pick up a book or go on YouTube and pull up some motivational whatever, but find something that's going to pull you out of it. And then, of course, I'm going to talk about your why. If you are my coach and we have had a GSR call, then I told you the importance of your why. And your why can absolutely evolve as your coaching career and your business evolves, but you should have a very specific why you became a coach, why you decided to buy that challenge pack or pay that $40 coach enrollment fee. Why did you do it? I want you to write it down. I don't want it just rattling around in your head like, oh yeah, I became a coach, I guess, for my kids. No. Specific.
Or just to help people. Like,
right.
We all know that's what we're here for. Mm-hmm. So,
and I want you to write it down, and I want you to hang it on your computer or on your wall or someplace that you're going to see it every day, so that when you are feeling like you don't want to, or even if, and I'm going to say if because I hope this doesn't happen, but if you start having those what's the point feelings, I don't want to do this anymore, you need to look at that why, and you need to read it. And you need to remember why you're doing this, why you took that leap. Who are you helping specifically? Your challengers, your family, your kids, yourself. It's an easy thing to give up, but it's not the right thing to do. So when I say write it down, I really mean that. I really want you to write it down and get as specific as you can. And like I said, it can evolve as your coaching career evolves. Write a new why when you're feeling like that's not necessarily in line with your goals now. Like, my goals when I started aren't my goals now, because I know I can do a hell of a lot more than I thought I could do when I started. But it's really important to stay in touch with that, with the original reason that you started doing this, because I think all of you have really powerful reasons why you're coaching. And it's easy to forget about it and to instead focus on the fact that you invited 30 people to your challenge group and 2 people got back to you, both with no's. Like, that sucks, and it gets to you sometimes. But there's other people waiting that you haven't talked to yet, and they're waiting for you. And you need to dig through all those other people to get to them, but they are there. So don't forget that. And so that's some of the things that I wanted to share with you, some of the tips. Whitney's got some awesome ones as well. And then I would love to hear from you guys after Whitney shares hers on if you have experienced something like this, already in your coaching careers. I mean, I know most of you haven't been a coach for very long, but I would still love to know if you have hit a point like that so far where you start to feel like, and what did you do?
Sounds good. So I know Amy covered a lot. There's just a couple things that I want to discuss. I know when I start experiencing really hard times in the business, I then start to experience really hard times with myself, with my nutrition, skipping workouts. I mean, whatever the case may be, bottling it down a wine because, downing a bottle of wine because I've had a rough day or whatever. So when it really starts to get to me, that's when I really realize that I need to focus on me, or I'm not going to be able to do the rest of it. So I'll take a couple of days and step back and get my mind, dig into the personal development, get my mind ready again, and just go all in again. The only way that you're going to break out of it is if you make sure you are ready. And that's what I do. I really dig into personal development. And there was a book that I read when I first started coaching, and it's called The 30-Day Push by Chalene Johnson. So this is what it looks like. The book is pretty expensive itself. It's like $27. But if you go to Chalene, Amy, can you help me with this again? The websites?
It was 30daypush.com or ChaleneJohnson.com/30daypush.
Okay.
But if you just type in 30daypush.com, it'll take you there. I'm sure if you Google 30-day push, it'll take you there.
So I want you guys to make sure you're writing that down, because I want you guys to start that like today, tomorrow. So start it right away, because this book literally not only helps you with figuring out your serious why, writing down your goals, figuring out what your dreams are and how you're going to pursue those, but it also helps you take control of you and get into those habits of your healthy eating, you're exercising every day, whatever. But it helps get you back on track. So that is a very, very good book too. And the thing with the online one is that's completely free. So if you sign up for it, you'll get an email from Chalene in your inbox every day with your assignment of what you need to do for that day. And then I have an assignment for our whole team. So if you're watching now, or this, you're watching the recording tomorrow or whenever, Amy has some websites that she'll share in just a second, but I want to do, it's Jen Sincero, I believe is how you spell that, Jennifer, Sincero. Did I get that right, Amy? Yep. Okay. Anyway, I want you guys to create a dream, or some people call it a vision board. I have not done this for over a year, so this is something that I am going to do myself as well. I created mine on the computer before, and I ended up really, honestly, never looking at it again. So what I'm going to do this time around, and I'm going tomorrow, I'm going to get a poster board, and I'm going to create it myself and put what I want, for my goals, my dreams, my vision, and it's going to be right here in front of me at my work computer. So I can look at it every single day when I'm walking through my room and be reminded why I'm spending 3 hours a day, building relationships with people I don't know, why I'm, why we do what we do, why we have to learn to accept no as an answer, because it will be yes in the future, why we have to learn how to push through our frustrations and deal with it, because it's not easy, guys. And I can't tell you how many times I have messaged Amy and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Like, I have this serious team built and I don't know if I can move forward because I'm frustrated. And if I didn't have her to message and get me through that, honestly, I probably would give up on it all. So that's why it's very important to find somebody who will help you get through all this. And I wouldn't give up on it because I don't love you guys and I don't love my team, but it really gets to your mind sometimes, especially when you're giving it your all and you feel like it's not going the way you want it to. But those failures, you have to remember, even when it's hard and you don't want to remember, that those failures is what's going to bring you success in the future. So if you started this coaching business knowing you wanted to advance as a coach, knowing you wanted to build a future for you and your family, don't freaking let anything get in your way.
There was one thing I wanted to add to that. You brought up an excellent point, and it was one that I just was talking to Jennifer about last night, and that was that a no now is a yes later. And when I was a new coach, I would hear coaches say that, and I honestly thought it was total bullshit. That I'm not going to wait around. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not going to wait around, but if somebody says no, it's a no. And I cannot impress upon you enough how often someone will come around and join. And what was funny is when I had said that to Jennifer, she was like, hello, that was me. She was like, because I had told her that just this week alone, 2 of the challenge packs that I sold are to ladies I have been talking to for over a year who weren't ready. I had them in my free accountability group. They've done my clean eating challenges, things like that, but they were never ready to move on to a full challenge group. And it's so very true. A no now very often will be a yes later. So continue to cultivate those friendships and relationships and continue to support these people, because the more you gain their trust and the more you show them that these products are legit, the more likely they are to become a yes later. So I just wanted to touch on that because it happens all the time.
I think those are the 2 topics that I was going to cover. So it would be good to open it up for you guys. This call, we want to hear from you guys. So if you've had a hard time before stepping out of your comfort zone, now's your time to take it on. So you're going to step out of your comfort zone. You're going to get comfortable with our team, and we're going to discuss some things.
So feel free to unmute yourselves.
Yep.
And if you have experienced any of these challenging times.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
I don't know if she can hear us. You missed part of the call, but there is a recording, so you'll be able to go back and watch it when Amy gets it posted.
Nicole,
Okay.
Talking?
She's muted.
Oh, I'm on here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to eliminate background noise. So, hi, everyone. I'm Nicole. I have spoken with most of you guys, but Amy, you stole my thunder, but it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Because, as you guys know, I did hit Emerald a couple months ago, and as of recently, I actually lost my Emerald. My coaches were going inactive, and for me, it was really discouraging because I had worked so hard to get these coaches on my team, and they were not coaches that were working the business. It was more so of like, I want the discount or something like that. So I was getting super discouraged because, as both of you said, I felt like I was pushing and pushing and pushing, and I wasn't seeing the results from my actions. And I got really discouraged, and I had reached out to Whitney and my Success Club partner, Kim, and I was just like, girl, it's like something has to change. I can't sit here and work so hard and let this fail. And proof to what you said, Amy, my newest coach, Caitlin, is living proof, because I've been speaking with her since the beginning of the year in January, messaging her about just joining my team because I've worked with her in retail before. She's a phenomenal seller, and she recently had a baby, and I knew that she was looking for something because she's tried every diet there is to lose weight and has not been successful. And so I'd been, you know, having this relationship and these conversations with her. And when I talked to her just recently, she was like, oh my goodness, I'm ready. She's like, can I have like 4 or 5 people that are wanting to join too? So really looking for those like-minded people to join my team. So for me, and Whitney knows this, I'm super motivated by challenge. I think every month I always, it is my goal to hit Success Club, and I always do it the last night of the month. Because for me, even growing up, I was the procrastinator. So that pressure just, it fuels me. So with that being said, she signed up as a coach, and it just fueled me. And I told Whitney, I'm like, I need another challenge. I was like, give me another challenge weekly. Like, I need these challenges to keep me going, because that's what's motivating me. And so I would just encourage everyone that even though it may seem like you're inviting those people and having these conversations and it's really getting nowhere, you're planting that seed. And don't let anyone discourage you. I know there's tons of people who are haters out there who are like, oh yeah, it's Beachbody, it doesn't work for me or whatever. But that's okay, because you're going to have those people, and the people that, like Amy and Whitney said, have, you know, seen what you've posted, they're going to latch on and they're going to join you when the time is right for them.
Thank you, Nicole.
No problem.
Great job. Does anyone else want to share any nuggets?
If you guys need challenges, we can do that for you, because I do that for Nicole on a weekly basis. I'll send her the goals that I want her to try to accomplish for the week. And some people need that drive, and she does. And when I send her those goals, she pushes to reach them. So if you need drive.
A good point. And I was thinking of putting a post in the coach group about this today, and sometimes if I don't write down a thought when I have it, it's so I was going to say, you know, for my coaches that really want to push, if you basically exactly what Whitney's saying, if you want me to give you specific things to work on each week, I'm happy to do that. The reason why I don't do that automatically is I'm not someone who's going to tell you what to do. You know, you're all adults, and I'm not going to tell you how hard to work. If you want to come to me and say, I want to work really hard, tell me what I can do to do this, that I can do. So, and I'm sure Whitney is more than willing to do that for everyone as well. I'm just not going to tell someone who isn't going to, you know, is not necessarily interested in working the business to that degree. You know what I'm saying? Okay, does anyone else want to share this evening? We still have 4 minutes before Zoom will cut off our recording.
I'm kind of scared.
Melissa's new, so we haven't even had our GSR call yet. So he's probably like,
I'll share that much.
Well, just know you've got an awesome team, and we're going to help you through everything. So we have a lot to go over with our call, and then we did go over some good stuff during this call, and Amy will post the recording so you can go over that. But we'll get our call. Well, we can do it tonight if you want, because I'm still up. So whenever you want to, but we'll get that done. That way, you know, once you're on these team calls, you kind of really know what's going on. And
I think it's awesome that you got on our team call without even having had done a GSR call yet. I think that shows a tremendous amount of drive. That's exciting.
Yeah, I had a hard time getting on at first, and I was getting aggravated, and I was in the car, and I was like, let me wait until I get home, and I can do it. And then finally, I walked in the door, and
I'm glad you did. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm not shy. I'm afraid, I guess, a little bit. So I think that's what everybody says, that everybody's scared at first.
And that's okay to be scared. You know, one piece of advice I like to give new coaches is do something that scares you every single day.
Oh my God.
Just something little to get you out of your comfort zone, something that makes your heart race a little bit, something that says, I don't want to do this. I try to do that every day, at least, send one message to someone that intimidates me. A lot of people that intimidate me, and I'm like, oh, they're not going to be interested in this. So then I make myself message them.
Or post something on your Facebook that scares the crap out of you, too.
Yeah. Anybody else?
All
right, well then I'm going to stop the recording.